Do not judge me, but I was the biggest fan of Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen and their street style, their fashion when I was in my 20s. They're a little younger than I am, but I was obsessed. First of all, I watched, what's their movie, In a New York Minute, even though I knew I was gonna like it. I watched a lot of their, actually, I think I was a little too old to watch their little movies with the cute boy and all that stuff, but I think I watched some of them. But I was definitely obsessed with their fashion. And then in 2006, when they launched therow, I was sold. Just for some background, because I don't want you guys to think that I am insane. I know on TikTok with therow hauls that everybody's coming out with, everybody's questioning, these people's intelligence and their actual love of fashion and whether they're brainwashed, whether this is some kind of social experiment, which I totally get. But just to give you some background, therow started in 2006 and it was supposed to be, I feel like an interview I remember, it was supposed to be filling in the gaps of a girl who had a fashion designer wardrobe.
Therow started as kind of a little side project for Mary-Kate and I, and it started with a t-shirt, and it was the concept of a very well-draped t-shirt with the best fabric that you could wear back to your other kind of designer brands.
That perfect white t-shirt was the first thing they designed, and it was supposed to drape properly and just look really good materials and whatnot. I was like, this is amazing. In 2008, and this is just like, I have the props to show you, I bought the original influenced book that they put out. So this is 2 years after they launched therow. I went to graduate school for international affairs and I took out, I think, the maximum amount of loans you could take out because I had no idea. I never had a budget. I didn't know how much money I spent, but I assumed I would need this because to pay my rent or my half of the rent, and I have to be able to live. And I was eating whole food salads every single day of the week, and I was living well. I was shopping at Barney's, RIP. This store called Intermix had therow. So when my friend and I, she is and was a big shopper, we would go to Intermix and I would see therow, and it was just like such an aspirational thing for me. They had a sale and I bought two things. One was like a big sweater, really warm, had some lining in it, well made. You guys, I have to say it, really nicely made. But of course I wouldn't have chosen the color. I wouldn't have chosen that piece necessarily. I just wanted a piece of therow. So I totally understand these people in their hauls because you want a piece of that designer that you are so in love with. A little more background. I'm somebody who likes to wear a suit. So to my 8th grade graduation where everybody's wearing nice spring dresses, I am wearing like a power suit, okay? I have like a white blazer and black pants on. I'm not playing around. The last thing I had to dress up for, which was like 3 years ago, I'll have a picture of that. I don't think I have a picture of my 8th grade graduation that I want to share. This is my thing. When I was really young, I read about Savile Row and how you could get a bespoke, so a suit that is made for you. I was like, that is my dream, to go to Savile Row one day and have enough money to be able to, well, live, but then also to have suits made. And that dream later became like, I'd want to go to Southeast Asia and have a nice suit made because Savile Row charges a lot. So when therow came out in 2008, referencing Savile Row, and it was Mary-Kate and Ashley, a girl who would buy the coffee table book in my house as decor, but it's something that I love in red, okay? So to go back to my book video, this was a big deal for me. I had a financial awakening in 2018, so 10 years later, gosh, that's crazy. And designers, all that kind of thing was just not in my thoughts. I don't believe I need anything designer. In these days, yes, it is questionable what is good quality, but these therow hauls from the sample sale in New York really got me just thinking about all the things around why I loved this line. A lot of it's snobbery. Now it's called quiet luxury or whatever it's called. It wasn't really that in 2008 and whenever we were talking about therow a lot. It was more, we want that fine tailoring and all this stuff, and it's worth it even though these pieces are supposed to be very common. That classic white tee reimagined that is really expensive, but because of the fabrics and because of the draping and the tailoring, you're supposed to pay a lot of money for that. That was the idea behind therow. We're understated, we're not trendy, great fabrics. If you know, you know, because they don't do any advertising. I feel like the hauls from the Row are different from other luxury hauls, and I admit that I don't watch a lot of other luxury hauls, but you'll hear a lot of people like justifying purchases, and I think it's because of the simplicity of the items. There's that other piece where you just want a piece of that designer, a piece of Mary-Kate and Ashley, a piece of that excellent tailoring and what it says about you that you would spend this money on these classic pieces. So I wanted to just talk about the interesting psychology, I guess, behind these Row hauls that I've seen. I'm just living a little bit vicariously through them, but I thought it'd be interesting to look at some of these hauls and just see what's going on, see different shopping psychology, shopaholic, see those different things. And yes, of course, we can judge the clothes a little bit. Let's watch some videos.
To quickly do my haul.
So let's even pause here because if you look at the backdrop, this is somebody doing a haul from the Row, and you can see her background. She has a lot of things, a lot of beautiful things. You can see the coats back there. You can see the shoes, the boots. She has a lot of every category. I'm a little jealous, honestly. You can see the coats packed in there, and you know there's an area where she has longer coats and everything else. You can imagine that this girl is well stocked, and she's still doing hauls from newer lines. And I think just to start off, you have to wonder, what is she actually looking for? Because you can see that closet, she has enough things, and kind of have to wonder, what are we actually after? For me too, I don't have anywhere to wear these outfits that I would theoretically get from the Row. And that also helps me stop and not think about going online shopping for Row things. For her, with a lot of clothes, and you can tell by the closet, and probably not her first Row sample sale, she is searching for that new thing, and clearly there is no enough for her. So that's where I want to start off thinking about, if you're somebody who's susceptible to these kind of hauls, if your dream is to do this, at what point do you stop? And if you're rich, you can have all the money in the world, like a Becca Bloom type person, and still just continue to accumulate things and have no end to it. Always keep that in mind. You can stop and recognize to yourself, do I actually need more? Do I have a place to wear this? And likely I have something that I can use in place of whatever I'm buying. This can help take yourself out of that dopamine driven reward cycle that everybody seems to be a part of. Okay, we're going back.
From the Row sample sale. And this time I saved the receipt so I can tell you exactly what the item actually cost and then what I paid for it. Because I feel like I didn't do that last time and I should have. I just threw a pair of my own jeans on to try everything on for you guys. Okay, first thing I got was this black blazer. It's just
cute blazer. I have to imagine she has a lot of blazers.
So for this sample sale, I really went through everything in my closet and thought about what I genuinely needed. And an everyday black blazer was one of.
So yeah, she could need a black blazer. It is very, very possible. I kind of doubt it, but if it, I think it kind of fits well. The sleeves might be a little off, but yeah, it's a nice blazer. I believe she could have really wanted it and needed it. I think she thinks she needed it.
So this one is called kept the receipt, is the Tristana jacket. It was originally $2,450 and I paid $612.50 for this blazer. So that's the first piece. Next item I got is this turtleneck. I have it in navy and I really wanted to get, it's my favorite turtleneck. It's light, goes really well under blazers, sweaters.
As somebody who loves the Row and understands that it's basic pieces that are supposed to fit well, drape well, and do all those things, I understand buying them. I think the price is going to make people shudder and sigh. I understand it. Of course, I would not buy a turtleneck from the Row because I will find it somewhere cheaper. I love it, but I don't need a piece of the Row that badly.
I got it in black and charcoal because I have the navy already and I love these for the winter. This turtleneck is the Ava top. It's originally $1,290 and I got them each for $322.50. Black and gray. The Row is where I go to for all of my basics, so I knew that I needed a not super oversized big black button down and that I could tuck into short.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great on her. What are you gonna say?
This shirt is the Sadie shirt, originally $1,120 and I got it for $280. Going to keep this shirt on for this next one. This is the Raj jacket. This is the expensive one. So this was, it's like all cashmere. there weren't that many coats left when I went. So, and that's what I really went in for, but I saw this and just thought it was really, really beautiful. Really don't need another black coat. But this.
So she says she doesn't need another black coat, right? And yet she's buying it. I think that she also, and I understand this, wants a piece of the row. And you can see from the background, if you can look closely, she has a lot of coats kind of lined up by probably type. A lot of coats are back there though. You just wonder if she's gonna actually wear it. Let's let her step back and we'll see the full picture, but it looks like a dressier kind of coat. But I mean, I'm sure cashmere,
like balloon shaped, originally $4,950, and I got it for $1,237.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for something you don't need. And you have to wonder, if it wasn't the row sample sale, would she have bought it? And probably not. I mean, you're waiting outside and the anticipation is building. You kind of find anything that fits and sometimes doesn't fit and you still buy it. Those are my thoughts about this first video. Just that we're just buying things we don't need in general.
Day one sample sale today. I'm gonna do a little haul, show you guys what I got. This was my first sample sale ever because one, I don't like lines, and two, I'm just always like, do I actually like and need this, or do I just like it because it's on sale? But these items that I got, they're like staples. Like I feel like they're good. First up, my neighbor who's a stylist was there and she has this already. So she came over and was like, do you want this, girl? And I was like, yeah, sure. I will take anything that you're telling me to get because you're a stylist and you're so cute and the best. And
so she's saying that she'll take anything from this girl because she's a stylist. And I don't know, you have to wonder whether people really like something or if they are, oh, somebody else thinks this is a great find, great buy, I'm gonna buy it too. Or, you know, anything you're showing me, I'm gonna get. I think that's an interesting thing to say instead of just like, oh my God, I love this. It's more like, yeah, man, anything you wanna give me, I'll definitely take it. Just a thought.
And all the girlies were like freaking out. They're like, oh my God, this bag, like such a good find. So I'm very excited for this. The leather feels like butter. It feels so good. I feel like it's such like a nice little tote where I can just throw.
Okay, clearly I like the bag, but I think everything she's kind of said is about other people and their perception, starting with the stylist. And then she's talking about the other girlies were like super jealous. And I think that probably just made it even more of a, like, I'm definitely gonna get this situation.
Everything in, so this purchase, worth it. Just got some like button downs that I feel like are very basic, but staples. So I got a black one, and I also got kind of an oversized white one. Inside out, let me try them on so you can see. I have the white with the hidden buttons, love that. I don't own a white one with like hidden buttons. So you can do a little tuck situation. Just saying, someone that I feel like I've never owned like a black button down, but I like it. I'm like here for it. The next two are my faves. And then the last two, little blazer. I'm obsessed with her. It has these little hook and eye. But I think if I close it, I'll have my tailor mess with it.
I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I don't mind when people call objects her or him or whatever. I really don't mind it. All my cars had names and genders. Weird.
A little bit, but they're so cute. Love. Last but not least, I'm unsure if this is an oversized women's small or if it's a men's small. We're unsure, but this is my cool girl coat. Oversized, chic. It's like I think it's navy. Is it blue? Black, blue. I'm unsure. I am sorry. Who is she? She is chic. That is who she is. She is the moment, the row moment. How did I do? Do you think that I got them finds, or did I just buy them because they were on sale? Let me know your thoughts.
Okay, I really like that coat. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good on her. Kind of oversized in a way that is actually fitting and I do believe is tailored well. So I think she did great on her finds. Those button-down shirts, expensive, look good on her. I mean, if she can afford it. For me, I really don't think I can afford it, and so I wouldn't. I would not try. But yeah, more power to her. I think she did well. I think she got things that fit her nicely, unlike some of the videos we'll watch next.
Back from the rose sample sale, and I hate to be the one to tell you this, but it was actually so good and so worth waiting in line for. My condolences. But let's get to what you really care about, because everything I bought and how much I paid for it. There didn't go with an agenda this time. There wasn't one particular item that I felt like I needed to buy, but I do absolutely love the rose shoes, so I started there, getting 2 different pairs of shoes. The first are these mesh ones. I actually have them in white already, and I wear them like all summer long. I think they were originally $6.90, and I got them for $172. I also got a pair of very basic.
I mean, that sounds like a good deal, right? She got them for $172. Shoes she likes, she already has that she got in black. I can see that. I think it's interesting that she went without anything in mind, but really likes the shoes. So, I mean, this is a situation. We don't need anything. When do we ever need anything? When we go to Home Goods, when do we ever need anything? When we go to the row, we definitely don't need anything. We just want a piece of that. We want a little, you know, fantasy, our fantasy life, like what we're gonna look like in these well-constructed clothes that if you know, you know. And yeah, she's definitely falling into that category.
Black flip-flops, which look like nothing special, but I end up wearing them all the time. They're just a really good summer staple. These were $162, and they were originally $650. I got 2 pairs of trousers. They're
Ma'am, $162 for some flip-flops, even if they're the row. To me, that's wild. I mean, they would have to be the finest of leathers, and I don't know. Honestly, they'd have to like pop out some pho, some food item that I never got to have. Like I don't know. That was stupid. But honestly, to buy some black flip-flops for $160, that's wild. That's wild. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. I would never do that. Just go get yourself some reefs and call it a day.
Honestly, both so good. Let me try them on. Okay, so these pants are the Encore. They're definitely a little bit big on me. I'm gonna have to get them taken in, but I've had my eye on these for a while, so I was really excited to see them there. They were originally $1,500 and I got them for $350. These are Finch pants. They're actually a man's pant and I got the smallest size, which is a 28, but I really love the fit on me.
Those look wonderful. I think those pants look great. I have no further comments.
Can't go wrong with the tailored black trouser. These are originally $13.50 and I think I got them for like $3.20. Last thing I got was this extra large coat. I think this is gonna be controversial. People are gonna hate it and the price was still exorbitant, but you know what? I love it. I honestly think it's so chic and it's really warm. This was $5,000 originally, so I paid $12.50, and you know what? I'm gonna wear it all the time.
Do we think she's gonna wear this all the time? This is something that I feel like I would have done. Bought something that was substantial and expensive and not necessarily the color, the fit, the whatever, but this is her wanting a piece of the row. You can definitely tell that. And I mean, honestly, objectively, I really want to like play devil's advocate and say something really nice, and okay, maybe she'll love it, but I can imagine her not ever wearing this, because that's something I would do. I used to actually wear clothes that were outlandish, but maybe not expensive, but just fashionable, I thought, on Halloween. So I would be Mary-Kate and Ashley for Halloween a lot. Yes, I'm 5'10", I'm black. I was Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. I carried a fake coffee cup and my cell phone, or like a fake cigarette. I don't think I ever did that. But that's when I got to wear the clothes that I thought were just like, that I paid for, that were interesting, but not necessarily something you could wear every day. And this looks like a very oversized robe, let's be honest. Sure, it is the row. I think this is actually something that was at the sample sale the year before from other videos that I saw. So I almost feel like that, I mean, it's a bad purchase. I feel like that's kind of sad. If she does wear it, more power. If you really do love it, do it. It looks like she's wearing a ill-fitting robe to me. And yeah, I shouldn't judge because I understand wanting a piece of the brand, but fail.
So haters gonna hate, but I love it.
I guess I'm a hater.
Everything I got at the 2025 therow sample sale. First, we have this beautiful navy V-neck cashmere sweater. It's in the size large, but I actually think it did work for me. Well, they didn't have any other sizes, so. Next, we have this dark blue blazer made of wool. It's actually men's. It's in the size 36. It worked out well as an oversized blazer.
So this is something I used to do, buy something that is not the color, maybe not the size that you really want, so oversized usually, and kind of convince yourself that you like it. And like she said, they didn't have anything else, so she purchased it. So yeah, she wants a piece of that brand, and it would be different if the prices were such that that sweater were not actually $200. Probably, I think a lot of the sweaters are going for like $240, maybe even $300. So, I mean, because of the fabrics that everybody will talk to you about, it is a little sad because I think it's probably a little more ill-fitting than it is that kind of oversized Mary-Kate and Ashley look that we like.
Actually, for the colder season, you can wear a thicker sweater underneath. They didn't have that many women jackets there, so you actually saw a lot of girls grabbing men's blazers.
Yeah, I think the blazer is also probably a little too big. And another thing is that, I think these are navy pieces, and I had a phase where it's just like, everything was navy. And so the things that I wanted that were cute and kind of in the fashion that I wanted them, but I wear a lot of black. I want everything in black. So a rule that I made in the past was I have to stop buying navy. I don't want to wear navy. I want it to be black. And every time I buy navy, I end up not wearing as much or wearing it like a couple times and being mad that I just didn't buy black.
The sale. Next, we have one of my favorite things that I got. It's a baseball cap made of cashmere. It's in the size small, but it barely fit my big head. But it's so cute. I'm obsessed. I think it goes really well with the sweater, and I also see myself wearing it with a black coat in the winter, and I just can't wait to wear this in the colder month when I don't wash my hair. It's so good that I ended up also getting it in white. So the black was in the size small, and this one is actually in size large.
Okay, another too big item, but I mean, she's making it work. I mean, all the items that she has are working for her. I think even the ones, and the blazer might be oversized, but the row, if you look at the models, sometimes the blazers look oversized on them too. I think she's making it work. I don't think anything she bought is horrible. I just think it's probably not exactly what she wanted, and it's not the fit that she wanted, but she still bought it anyway. And that to me is like one of those kind of shopping no-nos, especially when you're spending so much money for designer items.
Second to last, we have this beautiful white silk slip dress. I really like the back of this dress. And since my wedding is coming up next year, that was my excuse to get it basically. And it was also my excuse to also get this dress that looks just like the last one.
She's so 8 with that first dress to say what the Gen Zs say. Did I do it right? I don't know. But then she bought another one just like it. And you know these aren't cheap dresses. Like the dresses I think were going for over $400. I don't know how much. Maybe I can find it and put it on the screen. But she was doing so well. She was doing so well with that first dress. I thought that was beautiful. And this dress is beautiful too. It's just like, why do you need 2 of the same white dress even if you're getting married? It doesn't make much sense to me. Okay, my friends, so those were some videos just highlighting, I mean, those are some videos that I wanted to look at because I wanted to live vicariously through the women who are buying things. I think it highlights some of our bad shopping habits that we have and some of these habits that can lead you to basically buy things that aren't exactly what you want, aren't the fit, the color, the whatever that you want. And then usually those clothes end up just in your closet, like the first girl, the closet that's full of things that she's still looking for more and more.
I got a coat, but this is the only coat that I'm going to get. I'm not getting any more coats, but I saw this coat and I don't have anything like it. I really don't. And you'll understand why. It's kind of like the row coat, but like not at all.
It ends up just being another thing that you have, but at least you can say, oh, I love the row. I have so many pieces by them. It's probably what ends up happening and not necessarily wearing them. It kind of shows you scarcity because you guys are fighting over a small amount of overpriced things. We're buying things like that coat, that big robe coat that likely are going to sit in your closet and you're going to feel like it wasn't the right thing to buy and you'll end up just buying more. And I totally understand this because this is what I used to do in the past. And then you just feel like you need all these different colors and all these different things because you bought the wrong thing. You bought the ill-fitting thing and the thing that you didn't like just because it was kind of in the style that you wanted at the time, but it wasn't the exact right item. So I spent a lot of my 20s just like buying things, style I had in mind, and I wanted it right away. You know, I wear a size 11 shoe. It might be a size 12 shoe, but I would buy it and think I'd wear socks with it. I would buy coats that were a little too small and then, you know, bust through the lining and not comfortable, so you're not gonna wear it. I just feel like these TikToks kind of show you and cast a light on our shopping behaviors that are so normalized and that I have done 1,000 times. But it just leads to a packed closet and still the feeling of nothing to wear. Those girls, I think they're beautiful. I think they wear the clothes well, but I also think that a lot of them are not going to end up wearing the things that they buy. You can learn from other people's mistakes, right? And kind of examine your own shopping behavior and see what it is that you would change as somebody watching this and maybe thinking that they're ridiculous. Like you're probably doing similar things. You just haven't thought about it. I know I have. In that vein, I hope these have been informative and I'm not trying to throw any shade at these girls. At one time in my life would have been them and spent money that I could have used for other things, savings, on these clothes that I probably wouldn't end up wearing because they were ill-fitting. Those are the thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you think about their shopping habits. Tell me what you think about their buying. Was I too easy? Was I too hard on them? And have a good day.